Inside, my steps are free of trash and debris. My watch and step sign is visible and legible. My handrail is secure to the bus. And my step light, secure, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it's the proper color. My heater vent should be free of trash and debris. Then I step up. Then when I step up, first thing I check is my credentials. I should have an insurance card and a registration card. They should be valid and up to date. Now I'm going to check my 7 pieces of safety equipment. My body fluid, my first aid, my seatbelt cutter, my fuse box outside, my crowbar, my emergency triangles, and my fire extinguisher. My fire extinguisher should be ABC type, fully charged, needle in the green, should have a pin, should have a tag. The tag should be up to date, and the extinguisher should be secure. Now I'm going to check everything that could fall on my head while I'm driving. Head bumper, body fluid, first aid kit, 2 fans, 2 cameras, overhead mirror, 2 sun visors, and my camera box. They all should be secure to the bus. My overhead mirror should be properly molded. Then I'm going to move down. My 3 windshields should be secure, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and clean. Should be properly molded. Wiper blades should be touching the glass. Inspection stickers should be signed and up to date. My dashboard should be secure. My steps, the floor in front of my seat should be free of trash and debris. I'm gonna also check my latch while I'm over here. Make sure it goes forward and back freely. Then I'm gonna sit. As soon as I sit, I make sure my seat belt latches and unlatches freely. I make sure my seat goes forward and back freely. Then I step on the brake. Make sure my gear shifter goes up and down freely. Make sure my parking knob goes in and out freely. Now since my foot is on the brakes, I'm going to step on my brake pedal. Make sure it goes up and down freely, it's not spongy. Step on my accelerator, it should go up and down freely, shouldn't be spongy. Then I'm going to move up to my steering wheel. I have a 20-inch steering wheel, I should have no more than 2 inches of play. I'm going to test my horn. I'm going to turn my key 1 click to the right. Make sure my door opens and my door closes. Alright, now I'm going to save this button for later. Now I'm going to check my gauge glass. It should be secure, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Now I'm going to check my gauges. I have a fuel gauge, a voltmeter, a speedometer, a tachometer, a water gauge, an oil gauge, an amps gauge, and a trans gauge. All of my gauges appear to be operating properly. Now I'm going to come to the left and I'm going to check my panels. So I'm going to turn them on and make sure they work. So my two fans, my step heater, my driver heater, my rear heater, my defrost fan, my boost pump circulates the heat quicker, my heated mirror clears the condensation off the mirrors, my door opens, my door closes, my strobe light is located outside on the roof in the back, and that's for inclement weather. My driver dome works, the rest of my dome lights work. My master switch, this energizes my 8-way system, so my ambers and my reds. Now I'm going to come back to my steering wheel to these buttons. This top one is for my amber lights. I'm going to push the button and I'm going to look right here. Make sure my amber indicator is flashing. Then this bottom one is for my reds. I'm going to push it, look here, make sure my reds indicator is flashing, make sure my stop sign comes out, make sure my cross arm comes out. Now since my cross arm is out, I'm going to come back to my panel. I have a cross gate cancel button. I'm going to press it and watch my cross arm come in. Once my cross arm comes in, I'm going to come back to my panel. I'm going to kill my master. Now I got 1 button left and it's the noise suppressor. So what I need to do is turn on something that makes noise and hit my noise suppressor. Okay. Now I need to check the rest of my indicators. So down here, this button here, this is for the clip lights. Press it 1 time and it turns your clip lights on. Press it again, it turns your headlights on. Then right here, this stalk, left signal, right signal. Pull it toward you, high beams. Come up over here, 4 ways. Now that's all my indicators. Now when I was checking those, I wanted to be looking here to make sure that they all come on here. Okay. And last thing I check on this side is my wiper blades. So I just push this button in and hold it and make sure my wiper blades work. And it sprays fluid. Now I make sure my service window opens and closes freely from both sides. Then I do my radio check. So I take my mic, I squeeze it. Training bus radio check.
That radio check is loud and clear.
So now I know my radio works. I'm gonna turn it back here. Now I'm gonna stand up. And I'm gonna check my standee line right here. Make sure it's visible and it's secure. Now I'm gonna check my seats. When I check my seats, I'm gonna pull up on the bottom and back on the back. I'm gonna do that for every seat, all the way back. When I come back here, the first thing I check is my head bumper. Make sure it's secure to the bus. Then I turn around and check my emergency exit signs. Then I count my exits. I have 7. I have 4 windows, 2 roof hatches, and 1 door. Now I'm going to check my exits to make sure they open and close freely and that I hear the buzzer. So for the door, I lift the red handle and I push out. Now on my way back, I'm going to check the back of my seats for graffiti and vandalism. And I'm going to check my dome lights to make sure they're secure, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Now for the hatch, first thing I do is open it for ventilation. So I push straight up. Then I take the red knob, turn it until the arrow points to exit, and I press up on the red knob. And it becomes an exit. For the window, I lift up the red latch and I push the window out. Alright. Now, when I come back up, I ask my instructor for assistance checking my outside lights. So that's when I will go outside and then you would check all your lights, start from the top and work your way down. So I'll do the front real quick. So we would do clip lights, then master, ambers, reds, stop sign, cross arm, left signal, right signal, 4 ways, headlights, and high beams. Now that's the front. Now the back is the same thing, except you don't have headlights or high beams, but you do have brake. So you step on the brake, and then for reverse, you would have to start your bus, put it in reverse, let it beep 3 times, and then put it back in neutral. Alright. Then my instructor will come back and get back on the bus. Now I will do my brake check, my hydraulic brake check. So for this one, what I want to do is, I'm going to turn it 1 click to the right. Make sure my ABS light comes on and make sure it goes back off. Then I want to pump my brake 3 times and hold it on the last time. Then I count to 5 and my pedal shouldn't move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so my pedal didn't drop to the floor, didn't move or anything. Now, next test I'm going to do is the parking brake adjustment test. So for this, I'm going to start the bus, put my seatbelt on. Put my bus in drive. Put my RPMs at 12. And then I hold this for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My bus should not move. Okay? Next test I'm going to do is a service brake adjustment test. So what I do for that is I press my parking knob in, I accelerate to 5 miles an hour, then I step on my service brake. My bus shouldn't pull to the left, it shouldn't pull to the right, and it should stop. It stopped, didn't pull to the left, didn't pull to the right. Then I secure my bus. Parking knob, neutral, foot flat on the floor. I beat my horn 2 times, and that's the end of the whole pre-trip.